Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Hey Corner Crew podcast. I am your host, JJ Lang. With me, as always, is my very distracted co-host, Nate the Little Goon Foss.
Hey, what's up?
And everyone's favorite rulebook reading statistician, Dan the Statman Scully.
Hello.
We are back talking another weekend of RIT hockey games. Some good, some bad. We will get into it. If Nate can stop watching the Sabres for 2 seconds.
No,
That's not what he's doing.
I know, I'm just wanting to call it out.
checking something stat-wise.
That's true. Nate is getting his notes together.
No, they're already together. I'm just checking something I didn't put in there.
Yes.
Imagine having notes.
Hey, the notes
we're
make me sound smarter than I am.
We're a very professional podcast, Dan Scully.
Such a lie.
Exactly. But that's the charm.
In so many ways.
That's the charm, though.
Anyway.
So RIT had 3 hockey games this weekend. The men went down to Massachusetts to take on AIC for 2 games in their barn, and the ladies went up to St. Lawrence up in Canton, New York, and took on them for a game up there. Dan Scully was in attendance for that game, so I'm going to pitch it down to him to start off with the women's review.
Unfortunately, we ended up with a 3-0 loss, though it was really more like 2-0 because the third goal was an empty netter. There's obviously nothing to talk about for scoring for us, but we started freshman goaltender Sophia Belina, and I thought she played well. To be honest,
I thought she did
with you.
too.
She played really well. From what I caught, I thought she played phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she really kept us in that game pretty much right to the end.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
The first goal she gave up, I don't want to keep using the word fluky because it makes it sound like I'm making excuses. But it was a broken play is the best way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let those get to you as a team, but it's gonna happen. You know, the pretty goals are not always what win you hockey games.
No.
And the second goal she gave up she was never going to make the save. We shouldn't have let the forward get down on top of the crease like we did, but it was a shot from the right circle. It was tipped in just over the top of her pad.
Yeah, that was just another weird game of scoring, sadly.
Yeah.
And it's another game where they had their chances. They were in the game late. I mean, it was 1-0 going into the third, and the second goal came with 10 minutes left, 11. So it's like they had chances, and they were there to. The opportunity there to take a game was there. I don't know, tough. It's hard when you go 0 for 4 on the power play and have 2 of those in the third period.
I mean, defensively, they're playing well. Like, they're not getting killed.
Yeah.
No, and I think that's been the positive we've said about this team all year, is that defensively they're very solid. Just you got to start finding creative ways to put the puck in the net, and I feel like they're just. I feel like we say this, and it's like the complete opposite of the men. The men pass the puck around a lot and don't shoot, and I feel like the women shoot when they should be looking for
a pass,
a pass back door, or even shooting it off the pad and going for rebounds or whatever. It's so tough, but
yeah, we only had 3 shots each in the second and the third on Saturday, so you're not going to win hockey games like that.
No,
and that's even harder with when we had 2 power plays too in the third period. So
you got to capitalize on like special teams again was not there. You had 4. You've got to capitalize on at least 1, maybe 2.
The penalty kill was there, which was good.
Oh yeah, that was.
I thought
that was refreshing to see.
That's actually the stat I was looking for. For what it's worth, the penalty kill's at 77%.
That's not awful.
Which isn't horrible. It's could be better, but I mean, you got to look at the teams we've played too.
Yeah.
We've played a lot of veteran teams whose power plays have been together for minimum 2 years, so it's tough, but I think it's still early in the year. It's still a non-conference game. I feel like we've been saying it all year. Just win your conference games, and we're getting to that
Yep.
soon. I think we only have 2 more non-conference games, right? I think that's it after this weekend. So.
I think so. Yeah, I think the St. Thomas series.
Yeah, St. Thomas.
Oh yeah, St. Thomas at the beginning of January, but
that's
after that.
Oh yeah, I'm forgetting about next week.
Oh, and the return trip from SLU. But anyway, I mean, you only have 4 non-conference
on a
games
Tuesday
left
night.
with a bunch of conference games in between. So it's
first day back for first day of classes for the spring semester.
That's good.
That's true.
I remember the last Tuesday game the women played, there was nobody there because we decided to do it on a Tuesday right before Thanksgiving.
We didn't really have a choice then.
That wasn't really our
shout out ammonia.
Yeah.
NH3.
I still can't believe that happened.
Dude, the whiteboard. I love the picture of just the whiteboard. This is game since last ammonia leak 1. That was the and we kept that going for a while too.
I don't think we kept the whiteboard, but I think we kept the count going.
We kept the count the whole rest of the season. It was kind of hilarious. So why don't we take a look around the league, and then we'll get into our predictions and whatnot for next week, and we'll take a look at our next opponent.
Before we go there, I just want to say that I think the main positive out of this weekend is we know we have 3 good goaltenders.
Oh yes, yeah. I would agree with that.
I mean,
Sophia played
that's
really
never
well.
A bad problem.
No,
to have.
That's a good problem to have. It's a very good problem to have.
It's hard to keep a goaltender on the bench though when they're playing well. Mm-hmm. But like when all 3 are playing well, yes, it's a nice thing to have, but it's kind of hard for them to get into a rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think so it is a good problem to have. It's good when you have 3 goaltenders that can play, but you almost want to decide on a starter, I'd say by Christmas. So when you go into the stretch run, you have somebody. Fair. But it's nice to know that if they have an off night, and you want to put somebody else in the next night, you have somebody that can keep you in the game.
Agreed.
So. A little goalie competition on the women's side. I thought we had one with 2 of our 3, and then Sophia really played well. So now we got all 3 goalies. So be fun to see how that plays out. Hopefully, it translates to some W's.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday in the league, we had a pair of 4-1 games. Penn State beat Mercyhurst and Syracuse beat Lindenwood. And Saturday, Mercyhurst avenged their loss 3-1, and Syracuse took the sweep 4-3. I pulled back in my driveway to a text from Nate that said Cuse just barely beat Lindenwood.
Barely.
What was it, like 4 seconds left?
4 seconds.
That's rough.
I think that ended up being a hat trick. No, that must have been their first game. Somebody had a hat trick.
Dan's favorite player, Sarah Mushram, with 2 goals in that one too.
So, shut up, Nate.
Yeah, I saw that notification on Saturday. I was like, oh, hello.
Yeah,
that would have been upset of the week.
That would have been kind of spooky.
Yeah.
But we're good. We're good. Everybody's fine now.
The league week starts Thursday this week.
Shocker.
I mentioned
but it's not who you think it is.
It's not Syracuse. It's not Syracuse, but still a shocker. Well, shocker that it's on a Thursday.
I mentioned this last week because it caught me out, but Lindenwood plays St. Thomas Thursday. Central Time. It will still be morning. It's an 11:30 a.m. Central start.
Oh my god!
12:30 here on the East Coast,
which is very strange.
That's a stupid time to start a game.
I don't know why.
Like, why so
Especially because I
early?
think Lindenwood's men's team is on the road for like the rest of the season.
They're not even playing. I just looked because I wanted to check. But even still, 11:30 in the morning.
That's kind
That's
of
a
that's annoying.
especially for St. Thomas because they're probably going to travel Wednesday.
And they'll probably
Yeah.
they'll be cooked from traveling.
Yeah. Oof,
Good Lord.
it's tough.
Yeah, it
On
is.
Friday, on Friday, that series wraps up at 1 Central. Uh, Syracuse will travel down to Princeton Friday night, and we play out at Union at 3 on Friday afternoon. Syracuse wraps up their series at Princeton 3 o'clock Saturday. Our game on Saturday is also at 3. Um, and then Penn State. What is
Yep.
going on at Penn State?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make any sense.
So we have a Sunday matchup. Penn State is hosting Brown. I'm going to assume that the time is actually listed on Penn State's website.
6:00.
A 6 o'clock.
Why are they just
Sunday
not
game?
posting the times? No one's gonna watch that game.
Well, it's on Big Ten Network Plus, so
Yeah,
that
Dan,
would be
what
true
day of the week are
regardless
they
of the
playing?
time. And Penn State will finish the series at 2 p.m. on Monday afternoon.
I hate that so much. Like, why? Why?
Penn State is doing a pretty cool promotion though on Sunday. I saw it. They're doing bring an old college T-shirt of another school and you get a Penn State women's hockey T-shirt. I kind of like that.
That's kind of. We should do that.
That'd be kind of a fun thing to do at RIT. We could totally do it. Kate could bring her Clarkson shirts and we
You know
can
how many
burn
All
them
right,
people-
instead of
stop
donate
picking
them.
fights with Kate. Oh my God.
You know
Kate,
how
we
many
love
people
you.
would bring
do
in
love Kate.
Syracuse shirts just to irritate me?
Oh, I would.
I'd go buy one just to irritate you.
Yeah,
I
waste
know
my money
you
and
would.
buy one.
I actually would bring mine in because mine's got a hole in it. I need a
Dude,
new one.
I would go out and buy a brand friggin' new Syracuse shirt and walk right in there and be like, give me my RT one. I don't want this. I spent
Actually,
$35 on it. It's worth it.
if we're bringing Syracuse t-shirts, one of you guys can go on talking while I find this.
All right. Well, if we want to
Union.
go to Union, then
We've seen
the
them.
women.
Well, their men's
Yeah,
team at least.
Never mind, I got it.
Oh.
This old Syracuse logo. Anything
that-
with this logo on
that
it needs to
dumpster
be
fire?
burned.
It needs to be burned.
Whoever thought that was a good idea was
Ugly
wrong.
logo. Gross.
Probably graduated from St. John's.
Probably. That's what it looks
Ouch.
like.
All right. So
That
looking
was
at
a
you.
shot. Dan, tell us how you really feel.
All right. So looking forward to Union before we go way too off the rails again.
So the
It's
ladies go out
tradition at
to
this point.
Sketchnectady.
To this rink is a mess
Unfortunately
up.
for them,
Still
So
better
this
than
rink is a
Troy.
mess. Yes. Union is
Here we
All
go
right.
again.
all right. Union is 4-5-1.
They're what, 4-5-1.
4-5-1.
All right.
They've only played 2 home games, which
Yikes.
were their last 2 games. They started the year with 8 straight road games.
That's disgusting.
Not including the exhibition they
Yeah.
lost against Syracuse.
Gross.
Yeah. Couple tough games too. Like they went up to New Hampshire and they split. They split with Holy Cross, which They lost
One
7-0
kind
to
of cancels
Providence.
the other out.
Yeah. But they beat BU 3-1. And then they lost 4-0 to Clarkson and 1-0 to St. Lawrence. And then they tied Harvard and beat Dartmouth. Welcome Ivies. So, yeah, they're a decent team. I mean, nothing really jumps out at the page at you. Emily King, 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points is their leading scorer. Their goaltender, Sophie Matsukis, I totally butchered that. 10 games played, 4 wins, 299 goals against, 911 save percentage. So
Pretty good.
they're getting good goaltending. I don't think the goaltending is the issue with the team. I just think they're not scoring enough. But I mean, they got shut out three times this year.
Man.
So
The power plays at 18%, penalty kill 75.
That's what I was looking for.
That's a brutal power play.
It's not horrible. It could be better. But
That's good for us, at least, knowing that if we end up in the box, they got a slim chance of scoring.
Yeah. They're middle of the pack in the country.
Yeah.
So
let's start with our predictions then. We'll start with Dan, go to Nate, and with me like usual.
I'm going to say split. I don't know. I feel like before I can say that we're gonna sweep in a non-conference opponent, other than St. Michael's.
sure.
I think I just think they need a little more confidence under their belt, which will come with winning games or even putting up close games.
I think I'm gonna go split as well. I feel like our goaltenders could steal a game here. It's like we said, they don't score that much. Even in the games that they've won, they've only scored 3 goals in 3 out of the 4. So I think it's a game where if RIT can get pucks on net, and I think this is a weekend where you just gotta start throwing everything at the net.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say the same thing when I got
go for tips, go for deflections, shoot for rebounds. The boards, if I remember, at Mesa are very bouncy.
Yes, they are.
So, and the dash is very weird. So I would just start throwing pucks wherever you can, and maybe you get a good bounce. Who knows? But I think split. I think any 3 of our goalies could steal one out there. Be nice to get 2, but I'd be happy with 1.
I'm also going to say split. I think this team needs to start getting angry. Like, they've had a couple really, really close games. Like, the first game at Syracuse, that we played at Syracuse. This past weekend that they had chances and that just got away from them. Like, they've come so close to stealing a few games from some of these teams. And you need to take shots. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, if they come out and take shots, they will win at least 1 game this weekend. If they don't, they will lose both. But I think they're going to start taking shots now. Like Nate said, Mesa's boards, like we saw firsthand, they're like trampolines. Like, stuff just goes wildly. Dude, they deflected like crazy off the boards.
I don't think they're as bouncy as the GPC boards, but
no,
they're still...
No, but they're still pretty bouncy. So, like, you might get a couple weird deflections, might be able to just kind of dunk one in real fast. So, definitely take a shot. I think we definitely can win at least 1, maybe even 2, but I'm going to say split.
I think they just got to be aggressive, a little more aggressive.
You got to come out angry. You got to play angry.
You don't want to take... don't be to the point where you're taking stupid penalties being aggressive, but I think they just got to start hunting pucks a little more. I think sometimes
be aggressive on the forecheck.
I think they're letting the play come to them and letting the play develop. I think they just got to start being really aggressive.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Who knows? I think there's potential there for a win this weekend.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, both 3:00, both on ESPN Plus.
Yeah, you can watch them both.
Check it out before the men's game.
Exactly. So, speaking of the men's games, let's get on over to this past weekend. This was probably...
Let's go! Let's go!
Keep it out. Keep the damn thing out. Excuse my French.
Sit with it for a while.
Just hold it like it's a staff.
We're gonna...
How sweet it is.
I am so happy.
Can I just say... Those were
That
two of the
felt
most.
so good.
Confidence is through the roof right now. Like,
I agree.
confidence is through the roof.
Not gonna lie, was a little nervous when we were down 3-2 going into the third on Saturday.
I wasn't at all. I wasn't at all.
You know what?
I
knew
was
they had it.
nervous when I got out of the car in Canton because Hobbs had just scored to make it 2-1.
Yeah.
So before we deep dive, let's go over the scores for both games and some of the highlights, and then we'll start talking about it. I'll pitch that to Nate.
Friday. Dang it! Thought I was gonna get through it without
honestly,
doing it.
I was looking around Friday like, where's the game? Like, why is it not on? Why is CH? I'm like, oh wait, we play Saturday, Sunday because AIC is stupid. That's why.
I was actually kind of glad we weren't playing Friday because I was at Penn State this weekend watching the Nittany Lions upset the number 1 team in the country.
That was
by the way,
wild.
So I was kind of nice that had my sole attention.
Yeah, we'll get back to rankings later, but go ahead.
Yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. That was a great hockey game. Hobbsy, 2 goals, 2 quick. AIC got out to a quick 2-0 lead. They scored 2 goals late in the first. I thought AIC kind of dominated the first period.
Mm-hmm, they did.
I think it took us a while to get our legs, but after that first period, it was all RIT the rest of the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Close games. I think Saturday was a little closer. Or Sunday was a little closer. But anyway, Hobbsy with 2 in the second to get us tied up there. That was good for him. He'd been on a little bit of a goal drought, so it was nice to see him get one. Aiden Hansen-Bukata dominated this weekend.
Quick stat, Aiden Hansen-Bukata is 5th in the country in assists right now. He has 10.
Did you do research?
I'm proud of you.
That was also posted in Discord at some point.
By me.
It might.
Oh,
I was
by
gonna say,
me.
it might have been by you.
By
but-
me.
Okay, I'm proud of you, JJ. I'm proud. Anyway, Blake Bennett, AIC. He's one of the best players in the league for a reason. It was a nice goal.
Civ.
Wayne thought it was a hand pass, but I didn't see it. He's the coach. I'm just a fan, so
We'll get into other
We'll go with
coaching
that.
decisions later. Someone else.
And then JoJo.
Again.
This guy's on absolute fire.
This dude. How did we get him from UMass? Like, seriously, how? This
And
guy
then-
must have been smoking something to let him just walk out the door and come here.
Kobe had a big weekend too.
Yeah,
2
he did.
assists in the third. And then Lasky kept the streak alive late in the third with the game-winning goal. Pretty happy to see him get that
Mm-hmm.
because I was getting a little nervous. Fun note from this game, RIT took 2 penalties and AIC, yeah, American International Technologies. They took a lot of penalties in this game. Brian
Yeah, they
Kramer took somehow 3 penalties on
Lordy.
the same play.
What?
He got the initial hooking, and then he speared Mahan because he's a you know what, and got a game.
Don't surprise you
So-
when Eric Lang is your coach.
14
Hey,
penalty, not quite Doug Scott, but 14 penalty minutes on the same play.
You 14.
Yeah, he got the
Are
2
you
for
reading-
hooking, the
are
2
you
for
reading-
spearing, and the 10-minute misconduct.
Yeah,
The game.
it was a game misconduct.
It was a game, but they counted as 10.
Yes, but it was 17 on the same play. Just our website's not right.
Because
I don't.
It's
I
a
don't know
major.
why.
There's a 5-minute major at 17. He's right.
It's a major.
Yeah.
Duh.
That's not Nate's
Duh.
fault.
We
It's
can
on
math
our
here,
No,
apparently.
that's on me. I was half paying attention at that point.
we apparently
But
cannot
we
do
also
basic
took
addition.
3 penalties, not 2.
Yeah. What the? Oh, coincidentals. Power
Nate's
plays.
mind
Duh.
is melting right now.
I'm having a rough day. I had a long day at work. Anyway, 2 for 6 on the power play is good.
Makes 2 of us.
I'm happy with that. Our power play is clicking.
Dude, it's insanity how good
It's
it is.
kind of nice for once. They're at 30.6%, 5th in the country.
That's
Thank you.
really good. Gone are the days of
There
us
were-
watching the thing pass the puck around for 20 minutes and not do anything.
And how many
not
penalties
have
were there in
anything.
the second? There were a ton.
Oh, jeez.
And
1,
Dan's
2,
face
3,
is like,
4,
what the
5,
hell?
6, 7, 8. 8.
Yikes.
And 5 of them were hooking.
A lot of hookers.
Sounds right for Springfield.
Oh!
Sorry.
Ouch.
Sorry, I had to. All right, I'm putting the broom away for a little bit
Yeah, for a couple more minutes.
before I smack myself in the face with my dirty broom. Yeah, so Sunday, Scarfoni 21 saves. AIC. It was kind of nice to see another team get into the penalty trouble. Felt kind of good. I was like, ha, karma
Karma.
to the rest of the country. Better watch out. RIT fixed their penalty trouble. I just jinxed it.
I was gonna say,
don't
if
even
I
say
had
it.
to put in
Uh-huh.
a litany of penalties this weekend, I don't
Dan,
know what
as
I'm
long
gonna
as we win, I don't care.
Facts. If we win, who cares?
You
how many
don't care
penalties we
how
have?
hard my job is. As long
No,
as we
no.
win.
As long as
Literally could care
we're
less.
winning on the
Could
scoreboard, at the end of the
legitimately
night, that's
care
all
less.
I care about your job. Sunday, football day. Yay, 3-2 win, sweep. Thank you. Thanks for having us out to your neighbor's barn. Not even your own.
Stupid.
Build a
AIC.
rink.
Literally the only team in our conference that does not have their own rink. It's pathetic.
Whoever AIC's Secret Santa
Canisius.
is, you know what you
That's
need to get
Canisius'
him this
rank.
year.
So the
Their
Sabres-
it's
stuff is
not.
all over it. Yes, it is.
yeah, they're the main tenant, but it's not their rink. They don't own it.
It's not like AIC sharing an AHL rink. That's totally different.
Fair.
No,
Anyway.
but the Sabres logo
It's-
is still at center ice.
Fair.
Yeah, once I see a Golden Griffin logo on center ice, then I will believe it.
So, all right. So Sunday. Let's go looking at that now too.
Sunday, Gonzo. Elijah Gonzalez, third of the season. Nice goal. Needed it.
Love it.
I was actually walking into the building for the watch party, so I missed it.
Ouch.
I heard it was a nice goal.
Shout out to everybody who went. To
I
that,
thought
by
it
the
was
way.
Kobe Walker for the longest time because that's what CHN told me it was, and then apparently it wasn't
Well,
him. so-
CHN also sucks. So
18.
I
Well,
agree.
no, they probably saw 18 on the ice when it was really 16.
He
Okay,
wasn't
that's a
even
fair
on
point.
the ice, but whatever.
Well,
And then
yeah, I couldn't figure out if it was Hannah or Abby taking faceoffs last year to save my life. So
good point.
it's a good point. AIC tied it relatively faster, and then finally Spencer Berry.
Took him long enough.
Oh, I was so happy.
I saw that one happen. Oh, such a nice shot.
It was about time, Spence.
That puck, I believe, deflected off of an AIC defender's back
Yeah.
and flew in.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a bank shot.
Take him when you can get him, man. Good for him.
Oh yeah.
Got
And-
the chain on
But I'd say
Sunday,
he got the
rightfully
chain.
so.
Who got the chain Saturday? Tommy did, right? No, look, Laskowski got it Saturday. Yeah.
Lasky. Yeah. Scored the
Cody
game
got
winner.
it Saturday. Yep, because he had the game winner.
Good for Spencer. We were so happy for him.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
He
Love
was
seeing
due. With how, and I'll tell you
He's
this.
due. He hasn't scored yet in 4 years.
Spencer Berry, in his 5th year, he came back. One of our better shutdown defensemen. Didn't get a lot of playing time his first 2 years, but has really come around the last 2. And then coming into this year, he's the leader of the back end.
Dude.
He wears the A for a reason.
Dude,
And it was...
He and Nicholson are the two... They're like the brick wall before the brick wall. You know what I mean?
Sure.
No, like,
Sure.
if Tommy's the
I
brick
agree.
wall,
I agree.
they're the brick wall before the brick wall.
in
That's
Brick City.
Exactly.
That's why he said it, I'm sure.
No, I'm just using the brick wall analogy.
And then
Okay, Pink Floyd.
Tanner Andrew, early into the third.
Another nice shot.
We'll take it. Good night all around, a 3-2 win. Scarfoni, 31 saves. And I will give it the AIC goaltenders credit this weekend.
They played
They
pretty
had
good.
2 different goalies play. They both played phenomenal. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, AIC is going to be around at the end of the year. You don't win 3 out of the last 4 championships by accident.
No.
I do want to talk real quick about...
As much as we trash Eric Lang, he is a good coach.
Speaking of Eric
Yes.
Lang, no. And here's why.
Yes.
Let's talk about the second game on Sunday, when he used his coach's challenge to try and get a 2-minute minor turned into a 5-minute major with a game misconduct, and then lost his challenge because there was no shot in you-know-what that was a 5-minute major, and ended up losing his challenge and losing his timeout, and probably screwed his team over because of it.
I miss everything.
You didn't see that happen? Because everybody was
I don't
talking about it in
remember that.
Discord. He used...
I don't remember it.
I mean, I was in Discord talking to people. They were like, Lang is challenging a penalty, trying to get it turned into a 5-minute.
Oh, I do remember that.
Because
it was strange.
It was a stupid use of his challenge. I mean, good for us because he blew it. But, like, it's the second period. Like, what are you doing? The game was still tied at that point. I'm like, we haven't actually been up by 1. I don't remember.
Which game? Was this Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday.
I don't know what he would have been challenging.
I was going to say, a hold, a hook, or
2
a
hooks.
trip?
It was on Sunday.
I guess maybe the trip if he thought it was a slew foot, but...
It was the Sunday game.
I'm reaching for that.
Because I very distinctly remember a stoppage of play getting reviewed because he was trying to get a 2-minute turned into a 5-minute somehow. And they were like, no.
Well, I guess there's a possibility that on the same play there was the penalty.
There could have been something else there. Yeah.
Something else.
But I was like, what are you doing? You're going to lose there's nothing there. You're going to lose your challenge. There's nothing there. And there was nothing there. And he lost his challenge. He lost his timeout, and they got screwed. I mean, we were just a better team anyway, but that didn't help them at all, losing your timeout.
I think, and my main takeaway from this weekend is, yes, we got the 6 points. Yes, we're back into a tie for first. But that's a confidence builder. A team that's kind of had your number the last couple of years.
The team that's won the Atlantic title 3 out of the last 4 years, like going into their house and kicking them in the face, that's a huge confidence booster.
I wouldn't say we kicked them in the face, but anyway.
That's me talking, okay?
I know it is. You think everything's a kick in the face.
Listen, beating them like that's a kick in the face to them.
Wait until I actually kick you in the face on Friday after the Sabres beat the Knights.
No.
Anyway.
Okay, whatever.
Tommy, yet again. I think Tommy's taking the net over. I think he's back as the number 1. We have some games coming up so that Colby can get into, and maybe even Chenard. But I think Tommy's taking the net over. I think he won the starter job.
If I could speak to that
I'd ride him
quick,
the rest of the year.
If I could speak to that real quick, I was looking at the Atlantic Hockey rankings today that they've been releasing every 2 weeks. I looked at that today, and a chunk of their talk about RIT, they spent talking about Colby Matthews, not Tommy. Tommy wasn't mentioned once. They talked more about Colby than they did about anybody else, like Colby Matthews, which I thought was interesting.
You got 2 good goaltenders.
Oh, yeah. I feel bad for Chenard. Poor guy.
I think we see him against the U.S. development team.
That's what I'm hoping to. I think
that's a great spot to put him in.
Yeah,
I mean, those
that game
kids
doesn't count.
Those kids are talented, so that'll be.
And that game doesn't count. Like it's an exhibition.
So it'll be good to get him some time, I hope. Anyway, penalty kill 8th in the country at 88%. And that's still behind. I'd say 7th because they have Stonehill at number 1. And they've played 1 Division 1 game this year.
Yeah, so don't even count that.
So they're 7. Power plays 5th in the country. Like I said earlier, that's at 31%. That's really good. I'm done trashing the power play until it drastically dips.
Maybe you should keep trashing it because every time you trash it, it just gets better.
JJ, I've been trashing it for years. It usually doesn't help.
Okay, that's fair. You do usually rip on it a bunch.
Fun stat: Tommy Scarfoni is in a 4-way tie for wins across the country.
Yeah,
at 7. He's tied with Liam Soulier from Penn State, who played phenomenal this weekend. Eric Portillo, Sabre prospect at Michigan, and Jacob Dobes from Ohio State. So 3 big-time goalies and Tommy Scarfoni from the Little Atlantic Hockey School in Rochester.
Time out. Go back and say it right.
No.
He's from the Ohio State.
You
Isabel
dropped the article,
named
Nate.
Isabel Rookie of the Week this week. And
Shocker.
of note, RIT got 38 votes in the USCHO poll this week. So
Yeah.
they're technically, if you look at it, they're technically 22nd. Yeah, this weekend is big.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hurry this up so we can
Huge.
talk about
Honest
this
to
weekend.
God,
So
let's just
Billy
let's go to-
Fusillo, huge.
I want to just talk about it because we beat IIC. Woohoo! That's
let's
friggin'
get
awesome.
let's
talk.
get the Atlantic hockey look out of the way.
Yes,
and
let's do it, Dan. Then we'll get into this because I want to talk Sacred Heart. Bad. Sorry, Sacred Heart.
I'm so ready.
On Friday, Holy Cross went to Buffalo and beat Canisius 3-1.
The C block and their three
Nate,
people
you
over there.
hate non-conference losses.
Yeah.
Lindenwood beat Army 2-1.
Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna.
I love Lindenwood, man. They're like
Not even gonna comment.
They're like the team I love to watch second to us.
Niagara went to Bentley and put up a touchdown, but couldn't kick the extra point. Sacred
Shout
Heart
out for
beat
Chad too, by the way. 6-0.
I hate Chad.
Ouch.
His friggin' picture on the Atlantic Hockey Players of the Week, I just wanted to slap him. Like, he just looks ridiculous. It's like he knew he was going to make people mad by posing like that. I'm like, dude, just, oh.
I'm trying to be careful of what I say because it might come back to bite us. But
Whatever.
Chad
scared-
Veltri just
I'm not
has a very
scared of him at all.
punchable face.
Watch somebody end up with a roughing penalty for doing just that.
Just deck him.
I will absolutely be happy with it.
I'll give him a hug afterwards. I'll pay their tuition.
Yep. Okay.
You want to hold yourself to that promise,
No,
JJ? Go
no,
right ahead.
no shot. I'm being very sarcastic saying that. All right, continue, please.
Sacred Heart beat Mercyhurst in a barn burner 6-3 in Erie.
AIC scored AIC, Jesus. Sacred Heart scored 3 goals in second in like a matter of 24 seconds. So
That was kind of insane.
CHN had 2 of those goals 2 seconds apart, and I was like, no shot. And then they fixed it to 10 later. But
That's CHN for you.
I'm pretty sure they're pulling straight from live stats. I don't think it has
I think
anything
they
to
do.
do with CHN.
yeah, I think they do.
And Air Force was hosting Alaska Anchorage, beat them 5-3. Holy Cross took 5 out of 6 points on the weekend, tying with Canisius 2-2 and winning the shootout 2-0. Lindenwood finished the sweep of Army 5-3 on Saturday. Sacred Heart.
1 year.
Sacred-
1 year will be good out of conference.
Yes, but which year? Sacred Heart tied at Mercyhurst 3-3 and took the extra point in a shootout 2-1.
Which that was big because
That's
that got
huge.
us into the tie
Yep.
first. So that was really big.
Niagara beat Bentley 4-2 to finish the sweep. Air Force finished the sweep of Alaska Anchorage 3-1. And then we had the only game in college hockey on Sunday. So
Everybody got
thank
to watch
you,
us
but
beat
no
up on
thank
the
And
you,
it was a
AIC.
dub.
Kind of like that though. The eyes of the entire country were on us, and I think everybody saw, oh, our team might actually be pretty good.
Not pretty good, pretty great.
Unfortunately, Nate, I think most people just
Watch
watch
football.
the NFL instead.
Yeah.
They watched Tom
uh-huh.
Brady almost lay a goose egg against the Rams.
League week starts on a Friday for a change. Veterans Day this Friday. AIC heads to Buffalo for a game against Canisius at 7. Air Force hosts Bentley at 7:05 Mountain. And of course, Sacred Heart comes to GPC. Saturday, Mercyhurst makes a trip to Michigan for an exhibition game against Ferris State.
That's annoying.
I
That's
don't know. Why is that exhibition?
Maybe it's just
Why
Anyway,
wrong.
that's a
Who knows? Maybe it's just in the schedule wrong. Who knows?
no, it's
I kind of
exhibition.
doubt that.
It's exhibition.
That's just weird. That's weird.
That game's at 1 o'clock. AIC finishes their series at Canisius at 3 on Saturday. Sacred Heart will play here at 5:05 Saturday, and Air Force hosts Bentley. Air Force football must not be home Saturday. At 8:05 Mountain.
That's just disgusting. What is Air Force's problem? Like, really? I mean, we know what it is.
Well, first of all, they're nowhere near any of the rest of the teams in the league.
Yeah.
And depending on when we record next week, Holy Cross goes to play AIC on Tuesday, November 15th for a 7:05 game. For some reason.
Good Lord.
Well, I know what the reason is. It's the Springfield Thunderbirds, but...
Yeah. So, Sacred Fart is going to roll into town on Friday. This is a huge series. This, in my eyes, is probably going to decide who's number one the rest of the year.
They also might be the best games of the season.
Oh,
at home.
exactly.
Yeah.
These are going to be two hard-fought games. Do not expect a blowout in either. Expect it to be close.
Absolutely not.
These are going to be like
I
a
will
one...
say this. I don't want to say this is going to determine the standings for the rest of the year, but this is probably a championship game preview.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That might be a hot take. I don't know. But that is the right location, too, for it, might I add.
Yeah.
This is a championship game preview. This is the biggest series of the year. I can't stand these guys. They are arrogant. They're cocky. I know it's the same thing with two different words.
I mean, Ryan, we already have it out for Ryan Steele.
I'm still mad at Steele.
Yeah,
I'm still mad at
the
him.
Calverley shot.
Like,
I don't jog my memory.
He clotheslined Calverley.
Calverley in the head intentionally within like the first 30 seconds of game one.
Thank God Will came back from that, by the way. And Steele, I'm pretty sure he was ejected from that game too.
He was ejected and he got suspended.
Yeah, so
or no, he didn't get suspended.
No, he didn't
get suspended.
He was back on Saturday.
It was
doing
early
dumb
enough in
things
the
again.
game Friday where he essentially was suspended for the Friday game.
Yeah,
true.
Anyway, they're coming in hot. They've won 5 in a row.
But look who they played though.
So we've also won 5 in a
No,
row.
but look who they've played though. Our schedule has arguably been much tougher. The opponents we've had than theirs.
I agree with you 100%. I mean,
that's why we're ranked above them in the Atlantic standings right now. Our schedule has been tougher.
Game is their one non-conference game at Providence. They lost 6-1
because their conference games have been Mercyhurst and who else?
They split with Niagara. They swept Canisius and took 5 out of 6 against Mercyhurst.
So let's
and they swept Holy Cross.
So let's look at that real quick. Holy Cross, no good. Canisius is a dumpster fire right now. Canisius is a dumpster. Okay, I'll give you that.
Canisius is a dumpster fire.
They're a dumpster fire.
I don't know what's going on with them.
They are
just how we like it.
Canisius is.
I'm very happy about
Canisius is that meme of the garbage can rolling down the street in the rain. That's what they are right now.
No. Canisius is just the garbage can you guys brought to Utica last year.
Hey, that had a Niagara logo on it.
We're gonna add their logo to it too.
That's in my garage right now, by the way.
They're in the same area.
Niagara's
I think
wildly
inconsistent.
They're wildly inconsistent, though. They're either playing well, or they're getting obliterated by people because AIC swept them.
And Omaha is terrible.
AIC swept them. Omaha's garbage, and I'm just kind of like. But also let's look at this. We have 20 points in the standings.
I think Chad Beltry's carrying them a little bit.
Yes. Let's also look at this. We have 20 points in the standings.
That's the last time I will compliment Chad, by the way.
Sacred Heart has 20 points in the standings. Niagara's got 9. That's the gap between the two.
Niagara has 14.
They have 14? Oh, never mind. Whatever.
AIC has 9.
That's still a 6-point gap. Like, that's Not like AIC's got some ground to make up if they want to try and get in the
Who do
top
they
spot
play this
again.
weekend?
Niagara or AIC?
Niagara's off this weekend. Okay, good.
I mean, let's also say this game, if we should we win both these games, which I'm going to spoil it now, I think we do, honest to God, with how we've been playing. Do not be surprised if RIT has a ranking next to it after that. I really think that's going to happen.
I agree.
I think
And
they'll
you
be
will
20.
you will see me immediately change the Twitter and Instagram handle to have said ranking number next to it.
Yes. Yes.
Neil Shea transferred from Northeastern. He's got 12 points on 4 goals and 8 assists this year. Blake Humphrey. We need to
name
talk about
rings a
this
bell.
kid for a minute.
Yep.
A couple years back, Blake Humphrey, he's from, it's on the roster, he's listed as Syracuse, but he's from Penfield. Because why would you admit you're from Syracuse? Sorry, Dan.
I'm not from Syracuse. I'm from Hastings.
See, there you go.
You're close
exactly. My point is proven. He is, so 4 goals, 6 assists, 10 points. He's second leading scorer on the team. He's a good hockey player.
Mm-hmm.
He committed to RIT.
Yep. And then,
That's why that name rings a bell.
and then he backed out.
And then he decommitted and went to Providence for a pretty scholarship that they didn't give him. And so he got cut and then went to Sacred Fart.
He's getting clowned all day Friday and Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Clowned. He's getting a whiteboard to himself. We also do not know who is going to be starting in goal for them.
It'll be Lush.
No, because Luke Lush told Max today he's not sure if he's playing or not. Because we are friends with
Why
the
is
Sacred
Max
Heart.
talking to the competition?
Because Max is friends with Luke Lush now.
Recon.
Max is poking them like, who's playing?
Man on
Who's
the
playing?
inside.
Who's playing?
And I have there's a chance that he said he doesn't know whether or not he's playing because he wants to avoid.
So there's that. But he
Wants to
also
avoid the llama.
But here's the thing. Oh no, he's not, because he's like
No, he's not. That's
because
coming
because
out.
Luke legitimately asked Max, if I play, are you guys gonna bring the llama out? I love that thing. So like he's
Quick backstory.
Yes.
So the game that they played here on that random
Tuesday.
was it a
It
Tuesday?
was a Tuesday. He was spitting on the ice the whole time.
Luke Lush has the ritual of every time there's a whistle, he
Spits on
gets
the
some
ice.
water and he spits it back out. And llamas spit a lot, so we made the joke that he's the llama.
The
And we
Lush
were
llama.
very upset that he did not play in the playoff series because we printed out a llama with his head photoshopped on it and he didn't even play. I was so mad. We have it. It's coming this weekend.
Now, after that series, he messaged one of the guys that sits in Corner Crew and was like, is there any way I can get that llama? And of course, the reply he got back was, beat us and you can have it. So, but he's also kind of just like, I just want it because it's awesome. Like, I don't care if we lose or not. Just can I have it? So,
I think we can give it to him.
we'll have to
print
give-
out.
we'll
Is
give
he
it
a
to him.
senior?
I believe he is.
Because I almost want to wait to see if he's wait until he's a senior and then give it to it, like his last game at RIT, and give it to him. But
This might be, well,
he is a senior,
yeah,
so yeah, we'll give it to him
because you don't know if we'll
this
see him
weekend
later on. Who
because we
knows?
don't know if we'll see him again.
Yeah.
But he's got 5 wins in 8 games, and he's been playing very well. I would not be surprised if he's the starter Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Robbins probably would have been the MVP of that playoff series last year had they won.
Agreed.
And let's all be honest, had no business winning that series.
After those first 2 games, we should have been out of it.
We had no business winning that series. So I would say he was definitely, if it wasn't for Tommy Scarfoni, he was the MVP of that series of Sacred Heart wins.
Oh, yeah.
He's having a rough start to the year. He's only played in 2 games and hasn't been playing very well. God, I just need it to be Friday. It's Tuesday right now, and it's killing me that we
This
still
series
have
is
3 more
massive.
full days until the
Can we also say that we're going to be doing the so Friday is the Veterans Day ceremony, so be prepared for that. That's going to probably be a sold out crowd. I love it's going to be a lot of people. I love the Veterans Day game. It's one of my favorites every year. And then Saturday is the Corner Crew Run. I'm prefacing that Corner Crew 1 whiteout. So if you were
It does
there,
not involve running.
it does not involve running. So if you were there on this, it was on Sunday, right? Yeah. If you were at the Sunday like group watch party for the AIC game, people were making shirts there. If you were not able to go to that, just literally wear a white RIT shirt. They're not that hard to find. Wear it to the game. You can buy them at the bookstore. You can buy You can buy them at Digital Den, and you can buy them at the arena too. So we're trying to get a whiteout crowd for Saturday.
What tie should I wear with my white shirt?
An orange one, preferably.
The orange one you always wear.
The orange one doesn't really look good with white. I might do the orange and black one.
That's fine, as long as it's not red.
As long as it's not their colors, yeah.
I'm refusing to wear any red all week, by the way. I won't do it.
I don't know what I do because
I can't put that much effort in.
Not doing it.
I mean, I got my ECH hat that's got red in it, but that's kind of different, so... I'll probably wear something else, honestly. I might wear my Knights hat if they win Thursday.
You better hope they do. Sacred Heart's power plays at 23%. Their penalty kills at 87. That's pretty good for a penalty kill.
Yeah.
So,
but ours is better.
We're going to have to capitalize on as many power plays as we get. Mm-hmm. They don't take a lot of penalties either.
They're very well coached. They're disciplined.
They're disciplined. They're a disciplined hockey team. So you're going to have to, when you're on the power play, you have to take advantage.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
This is going to be
nuts.
These are the two best teams in Atlantic hockey going at it.
You can pretty much consider these two games.
I circled this series when the schedule came out, thinking it could be this, and now that it actually is.
And I'm also going to say, I told you at the beginning of the year there was no shot these games are going to be as competitive as they are going to be now. I figured they were going to no, I don't see this as a big game, as a big series at all, but it very, very much is.
I don't know what playoff series you were watching last year because I knew this was going to be tight. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if both games go to overtime.
Don't say that word.
I'm being honest.
Those words will open Pandora's box. Don't do it.
Come on.
Nate really does like it when my job is paid.
Let's be honest. Overtime. We saw it at the Holy Cross game. Overtime ones are a little more fun.
They're very fun.
I can't wait to watch Sacred Heart skate off the ice, pouting.
And let's just say, I think, looking at us, I think we're a better team, and I think we're going to have an easier time against them because of the strength of our opponents. AIC, we swept them. Air Force, we split with them, and they have always got our number, so I'll give them that. But that one game was kind of just that one weird game on that Friday was just odd. Or it was a Thursday game, wasn't it? Yeah. They haven't, Sacred Heart has not played the teams to the level of caliber teams that we have so far. We've gotten out to a stronger start against a tougher schedule as opposed to them, and that reflects when you look at the votes for the overall NCAA rankings because we've got 38 in that. I don't even know where they're at on that. I think they got some, but they're not that high up there.
There's a few.
They're 26.
I think they had 16.
Like that.
I don't know.
Because Niagara had 7. I don't know how, but they did.
Gotta be at this game.
Yes.
If there are two hockey games, if you're only gonna go to 2 hockey games this year, these are the 2 you need to go to.
Fill the building. I mean, I know for a fact.
If you want if you've never been to a hockey game before, this is the one to come to.
Yep.
Because these, like Dan said, these are the 2 best games we'll have at the Polisseni Center all season.
Until we get to the postseason.
Well, yeah, but regular season, you know what I mean.
And I know for a fact there are people already that. There are RET students that I've talked to that are like, oh yeah, I'm bringing multiple friends to fill the corner.
Bring as many people as you can.
Saturday's going to be loaded up front because we got alumni coming back to sit. It's going to be nuts. Kaz is back. Noah's back. We're filling the building. This is going to be playoff
There will
atmosphere.
be more people that when I go down and visit the corner that will know who I am and I won't know their name.
That's a very true statement, Dan. I'm just ready for this. I've been chomping at the bit to talk about these series all week. Ever since the game Sunday ended, I'm like, Sacred Heart, let's go now. I'm ready for this game to start right now, and let's get going. Because I'm ready to get these guys and just thank you next to them.
Nate already did that to AIC though.
I'll do it again too.
We'll both do it again.
Did you like that one? Was that on my personal or was that on the corner crew? I don't remember.
I think it was your personal.
I think it was the corner crew one. I put something up, I think, or no, you may have beat me to it. Who knows? Whatever. We still got the dub. All right, let's go to our predictions real fast, and we'll wrap it up. Even though we kind of already made it clear what we think our predictions are going to be. But Dan, I'll start with you. Go to Nate, and with me.
I'll just go first.
I'm siding with Nate too. I'm thinking that's the way to go.
Don't let me down.
I feel like we're gonna take
He's
5
talking
of
to the
6.
broom.
I feel like
In
we're gonna
overtime
let
of the shootout.
1 point slip.
Overtime or shootout?
I don't know.
You need to tell me.
You gotta make up your mind. It goes towards your record for the predictions for the whole year.
Shootout.
All right. We've also given
No,
up on even trying to
that's
predict the
not a
score,
sweep.
by the way.
Because we're never gonna get anywhere close.
Oh, no, I'm not even going to say it. I did the one game.
You're just
but-
gonna go 9-1 Friday, even though he's on crack. And
If we score 9
if
goals
there's
Friday,
that
I
many
will throw
goals,
myself
I'm just
over the
gonna
wall.
Leave
I'll
the
tell you
line
that.
open down to the timekeeper's bench. There's no point in me hanging the phone up.
Oh, these games are going to be good. They're going to be so good. So we got 2 sweeps, and Dan's going to say 5 out of 6 points. So Dan's saying at least a win. You're saying 2 wins, but you're saying a win and then a win in overtime.
no, he said shootout.
Oh, you said
so
shootout.
it
That's
doesn't-
right. I'm sorry.
Doesn't go into the NCAA book as a sweep.
Whatever. I mean, hey, Atlantic said that we
This is why I
swept Holy
banished
Cross.
you back to the press box, Dan.
Yeah, that's right. Dan Scully rooted on
You
Saturday.
never banished me to the press box.
He was just forced to
I
go back
actually
there
want
because he
you
didn't
down
have.
there more often. It was really fun.
Well,
Before we wrap up, being that I know you both hate Tuesday games,
yes.
just want to point out that Holy Cross has a Tuesday game the week of Thanksgiving.
That's disgusting.
They have one in early December, and they have another one in February.
That's even worse. Gross.
All right.
So, we got a big one coming up, guys. We got 2 big ones at home, and we're looking forward to seeing everybody there. That being said, we're going to wrap it up now. If you have not already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you get notified when new episodes go up. I know at the time of this recording, the interview we had with Kobe Walker 2 weeks ago is now up now. We had some technical difficulties getting that up, so it took us a little bit for us to edit that one together. It is up now. It is a fun one. People are already loving that on Discord. Speaking of Discord, if you have not already joined that, the link will be in the description. Discord is fun. You should be in it if you want to know about the 100 million people we reference countlessly throughout all these episodes. You will find out who they are fairly quickly just by being in the Discord for about 35 seconds.
If you want to find out about that, like watch parties or
Yeah, we do a
planned
watch
events
parties.
or
The whiteout.
yeah, Discord. A couple road trips coming up after Thanksgiving. Join Discord.
Just get in there and get going. Spotify link is also available for those of you on YouTube that are finding out about Spotify here. Vice versa, Spotify, you can go to YouTube also. Socials, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that fun jazz. Get in there. There's a link tree you can get, and you can go into the link tree and you can find links to all that stuff in there also if you're going from one platform to another.
Quick shout out to Ed Tresker too for plugging the Discord on the broadcast. We got about 10 new people like immediately.
Again, also, Ed Tresker, we have a special channel in the Discord for after games where you can submit questions for Ed and crew to answer on the Witter post-game show. So if you want to have your question answered by Ed, you can. There is a bunch of people that always leave questions, and it is a fun time. Ed is also very active in there, too, so if you want to be able to just have a conversation with Ed, he's always in there. Ed's always in there.
Quick to respond.
That being said, we will see everybody Friday and Saturday for both of those huge, gigantic games. Everybody have a great night. Go Tigers.
Roll Tide.